Good morning. Bob Means, Trader J, Joe E, Jordan, MT, to Mimi. Good morning, good morning. How are we all doing? Hopefully you all had a good weekend. We all ready to make some money? This 15 ticks actually looks like quite a bit this morning. Hello, GDT. What's going on? I didn't mean to look at it. I'm just deciphering. I was just looking at the chart. I was working. That's my working face. No news today. Yeah, I saw there's some news tomorrow. Scott, good morning. Good morning. I'm really kicking my own butt about Tesla. Should have just bought in at 150, like I said I was going to. I feel like Elon drove the price down just to buy a bunch back. I bet you it comes out that he bought a bunch back when we were under 150. Since he knew all this good press was going to come out after earnings. Bayo. Good morning, ST. Good morning. All right, we got about a minute and a half here. Drew out what I believe are the key levels that we're looking at this morning. See what happens. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I know I said that to the early guys that were in here. Everybody tuning in now, hopefully as well. You all had a good weekend. Got about 1 minute here until the bell. Levels are looking fairly straightforward as of right now. Looking to essentially front run these secondary key areas. Hopefully within the next 30 seconds we don't break up into this area. There we go. I feel like it's kind of annoying. I'm not sure I want to use the highs, but a front run coming back down. Wow. See if we can get one more quick push. Oh, wow. We went too high. It came up and got us and then reversed. See if we can get one more push. Come on. Not good. It wants to, but it's not. Shit. We're fucked. It's actually going to be gone this time. It went that extra bit and came and got us. Did we get lucky again today? It's not looking like it. Oh, shit. I didn't even cancel this other order. Fuck. Gonna need some luck here. I don't even know how much we were down, but I don't think we can go much further. It went that little bit. We even went higher. If we wouldn't have went higher today, it would have worked. But I think we're gonna lose the account this time. We got to get real lucky, and it does not look like it wants to. Price action clearly showing downwards. Do we get lucky again? Is there any chance that we come up and retest the highs and poke through? We almost got filled again, so that kind of sucks. No way we get lucky again. Come on. Just poke through the highs and we're pretty good. Even if it fakes out, we should hopefully get filled. Go, 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 go. Wow, guys. I mean, all the flack I had to deal with over the weekend about why I use the stop loss as why I use the account as the stop loss. I mean, that's it right there. Did we get lucky? Yes. That's not how the trade is supposed to work. It's supposed to go through and fill us take profit right away. But this is why you use the account as a stop loss. A lot of times it's going to end up working out. I mean, that's twice now that we've gotten that lucky. I mean, we were literally, I saw it was like 2100, 2200, something like that. We were that close again to blowing the account, and we didn't. It worked. But you have to have the mindset that it's okay. It's okay if you blow the account, because you're only losing what you put into that account. So if you have the eval and you have a lot of you guys, if you front ran, or not front ran, but if you went above, hopefully you went lower than I did, and you probably got filled on that first poke through. And if you're using less than 5 contracts as well, you were perfectly fine, because I was using 5 contracts and I ended up being okay. So there's a lot of people that no matter how you played this, it should have worked. Unless you went more than 5 contracts, then that sucked. But this is, again, what you put into this. Say you put 40 in for the eval and then 85. That's $125. That's what you're risking. You have to be okay with that. If you're not, you're going to run in situations where you end up like taking it off for half a loss, and then it would have worked. And then the next day you do the same thing. Like it's just how the edge works. Either it works or it doesn't. It's that simple. It's not, again, it's not supposed to work where you go through all this drawdown, but sometimes it's just how it happens. It's like Russian roulette. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. It's like, that's a good way to put it. Like, imagine playing a hand of blackjack or a round of roulette, like something at the casino. When you put that bet in, you can't take it back. I mean, now day trading, if you're doing day trading and you're trying to be absolutely consistent, like if you're trading stocks or even futures and you're trying to be absolutely consistent with it, and you're not, and like you have a risk management system in place where your goal is to never blow up and keep the account, et cetera, that's a lot different. You can pull money back, and then that's where day trading is so much better. But with this edge, this strategy, it's designed to be like, I have a feeling that red's gonna hit, but I have a 90% chance of winning instead of a 49 point whatever percent of winning. That's the difference. Lately, we've almost gotten faked out twice, but we let it ride and it worked. So I've said this. I'd rather be lucky than good any day. But if you put yourself in a position where you're good and every once in a while you get lucky as well, then I'm not going to complain about it. I feel like I've had so much bad luck in the past, especially doing this type of stuff, that I'm not going to fret when I get lucky every once in a while. It's nice. All right. Let's read some of the comments. It did. Yeah, it worked. 8 accounts, 1 NQ. $70 times 8, 500. Yeah. If you're only using 1 contract, I mean, you have so much wiggle room. And that's the thing. If you're copy trading, you could do that. Like if you're okay with the payout taking a whole month or even like 2 months, you could copy trade just this strategy using 1 or 2 contracts, and you have so much more wiggle room to get out of something like that. Do you trade the rest of the day? I do not. No, this is it. This is my edge. I do not force trades. I take what I believe the best trade is during the day, and that's it. How many contracts will I use tomorrow? Same, 5. Copy trader didn't work. Guess I'll figure out how this works. Denji, if you need any help with that, like what didn't work? Did you hit run? You do have to hit run. I believe it's like under action. It should say it's running under status. You have to be more brave than an 18-year-old university student protesting for. You just have to go into it with the mindset that it's just one account. It's okay. Like, you're not risking $2,500 of real money. You are risking $125 if that's how much it took to get to the PA account. That's it. That's all you're risking. And time, right? The time to get to that point. Alpine also got lucky with the long. Well. Also, I had luck on my side because we know Alpine gets lucky quite a bit, right? So if we take the same trade, then that was just frustrating because had I put it down a little bit further, I actually thought I went further away than this. But maybe I was using the line and not this candle because I'm looking at these two candles here. But had I not went as far, it would have probably got us on that first little stint. Didn't hit run. It says run, not running. Yeah, you got to hit run. There you go. So you have 43% chance of payout if you say it's 90% for your parameters. Is that doing the math as in like 43% from eval to payout? Is that what you're getting at? I look at it more like I use the 90%. I actually think it's higher than 90% that this wins. It's just when it doesn't win, you blow the account. So that's the frustrating part. But you only need eight in a row. You need 8 in a row to work. So if you're at 90, 95%, that's all you need is 8 in a row. You don't need 9 in a row, right? Because you need to fit within those 10 trading days, 8 out of those 10 days. Kellyanne, good morning. Did you take the trade, Kelly? Have you had payouts just trading this strat? Yeah, pretty much all of my payouts have been just this strat. I've tried to get payouts other ways, and I've had no luck. The talk drama lately? Yeah. Joel, if they do end up doing something about it, it'll suck. But, I mean, it is what it is. That's 43% then? I'm confused how you're getting 43%. Can you lay out the math for me? And I'm about to bust on a scalp because you were trying to scalp long. One trade a day, just caught it short just now. Nice. I'm assuming you kept the same level. Did you go higher on the long? Or did you just not like the long because it was the current high of day? That's the other thing. I don't necessarily like when it's the current high of day or low of day. I always feel like you see fake outs at those levels a little bit more, which we almost had. Thankfully, we found support where we did. Had we found support down where I had my line, I think I would have blew the account. Because I don't think I have much further to go. Hey guys, if you have any questions, I'm here till 10 o'clock. So 20 minutes, shoot away. I thought we could get to my round number at 50. Yeah, see, I'm not saying you're wrong for assuming that, Kelly, but I tend to believe that I have absolutely zero clue where the market's going to go. In my 5 years of trading, if there's one thing that I've learned, the moment that I start thinking that I know what's going to happen next is the exact moment the market's going to tell me that I'm 100% wrong for thinking that I know. I brought my low entry to 17,917. Oh, okay, yeah. So you were kind of front running, coming back down. I would have been much more comfortable with that trade, honestly, because we came up and broke that area. This area, I would have been more comfortable with it coming back down at that point. But fortunately, it decided to fake out first. Well, Kelly, if you were almost busto with the long, I'm assuming you're busto now. Sorry to hear that. That was a pretty good move down there. I can imagine them bringing in a rule like the flip, maybe based on the time and trade. I don't know. The thing is, it's not that it's not like a bad trade, you know, like it's a legit trade. Like and Alpine's even proving with a real account that you can take this trade on a real account, and it's like the same fills, everything's the same. So I don't exactly like, I wouldn't understand it because it's just a legit trade. You're just, you know, like as a trader, you're taking edge because you know that the volatility at the open is there. And the thing is, you're not always gonna be like, if they try to do like, you can't have like a 3-second trade or whatever, you know, like I think some of the other prop firms do that. Like sometimes it's not just a 1, 2, 3-second trade. Sometimes it takes, like, you get drawdown and it ends up taking longer than that. So Kelly, those quick scalps, that's what I tried to do before coming back to the opening strat. And I couldn't make it work either, because it only takes one time and you get caught in a move like this, and it happens all the time. And you have to take so many scalps to equal just trade in the open that eventually the market does this. It just moves one direction and shows no relief, no relief. Like if you go back months when I was trading, like looking for scalps, like it just does this. Stocks, like if you trade like lower float stocks, you almost always get some sort of relief bounce before it continues or just completely bounces. But with the market, the overall market, sometimes it just starts going one way and just doesn't stop with no relief. I'm doing the orb and a couple 7-tick scalps like Alpine. It's a stupid ass strategy. I'm just in sim. Joel, which edge are you talking about? So Alpine, I think he's been doing it with the MNQ. He stopped doing the scalps for a reason. If you remember, he kept blowing accounts throughout the day. The reason he was continuing to trade during the day was so that he could stay live in order to keep talking for the growing audience that he was getting. So he would continue to trade. The only way that he knew how that was working was scalping. But just recently, he blew another couple accounts, and he's now, I think, looking for a different strategy. The only reason I think he's still doing it, he's doing it on the MNQ, but he's like looking for different ways to trade it. The open, Joel? Yeah, I agree. I can make 300, 600 or more day trading micros. Scalping? Alpine just almost shit his pants on his orb trade and closed it for a tiny profit like a puss. Why? If he was long like that, it went straight up through the second time around. Maybe he just hit it at the like at near his, I don't know. I don't know why he would do that. Like if we got filled around the same spot. Do you think Apex would have an issue with trading Renko bars with an automatic entry target and stops based on price action? As long as my strategy is consistent. Asking because it can be fast in and out. No, I don't think they'd have a problem with that at all. If you're at your computer watching the trades happen, I don't know if you're saying automatic as in it's a bot, but even if it is a bot, as long as you're actively watching the bot and monitoring the bot, they don't have an issue with it. Wow, this is quite the move down. We're at the lows. We're actually going green to red here. Bouncing off of it. I'm trying to, obviously. Feels like it's just gonna continue. I think Tesla was kind of holding the market up a little bit this morning, but now I think we're headed back down. Such a big oof with Tesla. I see Nvidia is actually down quite a bit. Everyone's like convinced Meta is the play right now because of TikTok. Sorry, I don't mean to start talking stocks. I'll worry about that later. But no, yeah, Scott, I think you'd be perfectly fine. I don't really, if they don't have an issue with the opening range trade as of now, I don't see why they would have an issue with that. Sounds like a niche edge that you have found. So if you're consistent with it, I don't see that being an issue at all. Is there any scenario that you would have closed that trade instead of going bust? No. It goes through my head. So the only way I would ever think about doing that, Den, is if it would have came back up. Let's scroll in real quick. If it would have came back up and didn't hit my take profit, and you like maybe faked out the previous candle at the open there by like a tick or something, and I still didn't get my take profit, if I had a chance to maybe hit the button before I started going red on it, that would be like the only thought that I would do it. But I wouldn't even do it the first attempt. I would let it try, and then if it's bouncing, like, or trying to retrace again, but then if it tries again that third time and doesn't get through, that's when I would think about hitting the button to get out. But at that point, like, you've already went through the max drawdown. you would have to come all the way back down again and break it to bust. And if that's the case, then it was just meant to bust that account. That's how I look at it. But like I said, if we try like 3 times and we can't get 15 ticks, then I'm probably going to see if I can close it, because obviously there's a huge resistance there that's stopping us from getting just that small move that we're looking for. That's like the only time I would even think about it. But pretty much once I put those orders in, it's a matter of just sitting back and watching. Thankfully, it didn't come down and hit my other order. I totally forgot to cancel that order once we got in this one. That was just a little case of the Monday morning jitters. Apex sells a sniper trading session that is based around micro tick scalping. How can they do that? Is very true. I totally forgot about that, Kelly. The guy that actually came on that one time, Drysdale, if you guys remember him, if anyone was around when he came on, that's what he actually, I think, started in futures with that Apex sniper trading strategy that they sell. That's a very good point. I didn't even think about that. Basically an advanced ATM strategy, but yes, at the PC. Thanks. Appreciate your guidance day in and out. Have you considered drawing your levels, placing order a minute early? Your levels work today and Friday. You're saying like put the orders in at 929. So even if the 929 candle wants to break those levels, just take it at 929. I have not thought about that. The reason I haven't thought about it is because the edge itself, I'm counting on that burst of volatility at 930. Like all those orders that come in at 930, like that's what I'm looking for. And you don't really get that at 9. I mean, well, you can get it at like 928, 929. We saw that on Friday. And it was almost like they did it again today. It was kind of frustrating to sit here. You had such perfect levels, and then they kind of broke through them right before the open. I mean, it was like 20 seconds before the open. More risk of a fate. Yeah, and that's kind of my point. Like, imagine, like, just a quick scenario, and here's my thought process when you asked it, is imagine you put it right here at this level and say 15 ticks was right here, and right at the open, all the volatility that comes in was actually selling pressure, right? And it just shoots down, and the volatility of it just shoots it straight down, right? Now, then you're screwed. I'd much rather not chance it. Seems like the minute before market opens starting to make the move. Well, that just happened Friday and today, but I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm keeping an eye on it. We'll see. We'll see moving forward if that's the case, but I don't think that that's necessarily going to be what ends up happening most of the time, but we'll see. We'll see. I always forget to do this. I want to start doing this now that you guys are asking some good questions. Need to get the live chat thing going here. Because then I can also put my chat up here, which is nice. Hey, it's working, and sitting out Friday was a good lesson for all traders. Scott, CMN. Yeah, so Friday, it was. I made a video afterwards basically saying that sometimes trading is not trading. Sometimes sitting on your hands is trading. Sometimes not putting a position on is trading. Knowing that your edge is not presenting itself is part of your edge and part of your discipline and part of being a good trader. Now, some people may not agree with the edge, but the edge has kind of proven itself at this point. So I'm not going to defend the edge. I've always been a firm believer in actions speak louder than words. So people can come in the comment section on my YouTube videos and stuff like that all they want. I just tell them to come watch. I mean, again, yeah, today was kind of lucky. It wasn't one of the easier trades, but it's proving itself to work. So I don't know what else to say at that point. Wednesday is the day to take off. Why is that? Is there 8:30 news? 8:15. There's a lot of PMI. Oh, you know what? That's the day I wanted to try another eval. I want to try another eval on Wednesday. Tomorrow might not be great either because there's 8:30 news. Well, there's 8:30 news like all week. There's 8:30 news tomorrow, 8:15 news Wednesday, 8:30 news Thursday, and the big 8:30 news on Friday. There's 8:30 news all week. So this is actually the 13 moving average, then. Then asked if this is VWAP on my chart. So this is actually, I don't really use them too much anymore. I was using it when I was trying to scalp. But this is the, trying to show you, if it'll let me. It's the Keltner channels. And I use the 13 moving average, which is just what I found to be the best. But if you backtest the Keltner channels with the 13 moving average with 4 standard deviation, I found that every time, not every time, obviously. Sorry, I haven't been feeling great. Getting a little stuffy. But I found that a lot of times, if the move is big enough to come hit the 4 standard deviation with the 13 moving average on the Keltner channels, a lot of times you get some sort of a bounce. But it doesn't happen that often. And that's kind of why I started to get away from it. But if I ever got back into some sort of like strategy that I trade during the day, it would be that. That's why I keep this stuff up, because I still watch it every day. At the open, not so much, but if it happens during the day, after those like first 10 minutes, it's very rare that you see it hit these bands and just continue, because these bands are basically a way of saying that, hey, the market is really extended in one direction right now. So the odds are you're going to get some sort of relief before continuing. And that's exactly what's kind of happening here. FOMC. Well, FOMC is not until later in the day, right? Yeah, it's at 2 o'clock. 2 and 2:30. Yeah, again, I mean, all I'm looking for, I hate the 8:30 news. I have found that because it makes it a bigger move, but sometimes it makes the morning trade, the opening range trade easier, because it allows you to get the like the front runs. But we'll see. We'll play it as we go. Hola, vola. I posted my trading in Discord. Nice. Yeah, so if you guys want, join the Discord. We post our P&Ls in there every day if you would like to participate with that. Just a way to kind of hold each other accountable and also root each other on, etc., etc. So yeah, we're what, 2 trades away now from payout on the number 11 account. Let's go. So yeah, see where you posted in the chat main room? There's, in that same area, there's a P&L section. Go ahead and post it in there if you want. Oh, you posted like the actual trade. I filled before the bell, so I had to cancel, but it would have worked. Wait, what? Oh, you're saying you got filled. Okay, okay. Yeah, so you had the same levels. Watching it through, let's see. Oh, wait, you can't get filled before the bell? Is that, or did it just, oh, order filled in? Oh, you're going for 23 ticks. Wait, so what happened? It said order filled, but then you canceled it? Confused. It says 0 under your like realized P&L and all that stuff. I was a little confused. All right, anybody got any questions? I'm here for another 6 minutes. By the way, guys, Friday morning, we're doing a giveaway. Let me look at what it's probably going to be. We still got one more day to add to the giveaway. So using code VOLA when you sign up for your accounts makes the number go up, which makes the 5% go up for the giveaway that we do Friday morning every month. So right now, what do we still got tomorrow, right? There's 30 days in April yet. So tomorrow, today and tomorrow is going to determine what it's going to be. But if we were to stop right now, the giveaway would be $140. So make sure you're here Friday morning. All you have to do is be here. And then you'll, when the stream starts, I'll put everything up so that you would hit !money. And when that happens, you just type !money at 10 o'clock. The giveaway ends. It doesn't end, but I close it, and then we start spinning the wheel. Especially since it looks like we're going to have a little bit more people than we usually do. So it's going to take a little while to find a winner, but it's a lot of fun. It is. It's a ton of fun. Look at that. Stream Elements, it's like it hears me. First Friday of every month, I give away 5% of my affiliation money. You have to be present to win. There you go. Yeah, it's been growing. I would say fairly consistently. We went, I've always had like my core group that watched me. So like 10 to 15 people. So they were always here. But the last like 3 weeks or so, it's kind of started going. It went like 20 and then to 30. And then it kind of went to like 35. But then I think with everything that was going on, it went from like 35 to 50 plus. So there was a decent little jump. Plus some of my shorts started taking off. We got a bunch of new subscribers as well. The last time I actually got lucky, that short went viral, like not viral, but for the amount of views I usually get, it kind of went viral. So I don't know. Did yours help? I have no way of figuring that out, but I'm sure it didn't hurt. So thank you. Unless it's Wrongbow. No, I don't think it is, because the views have actually been adding up this time around. I think Wrongbow might be gone. You guys want to see something funny real quick? So when I go to my YouTube studio, I always make sure to leave. The most, the last comments that were in here. Let's see if I can. There we go. I always make sure to leave the latest comments so I know that I don't miss any comments moving forward. From 2 months ago when I blew an account, and keep in mind, this was before I had any payouts. But for some reason, on this stream, we had three people come in. Can't Stop Laughing, So Reddick, and it's gone, which it was that stream. And then Losing Streak incoming. And ever since then, that's when I personally have stuck to it. Like I hunkered down. I started disciplining myself essentially, and I started making this work. But I always leave these here. It's just a nice reminder of where I was, and it's easy to remember to respond to any comments that happen after that. But yeah, if we go into my shorts real quick, this one right here, oh, you can't see that. There it is, 7,804. When typically I get like 500, 500. And these two actually started doing well too. So I guess the algo kind of started to pick up on some of it. So pretty cool. Haters gonna hate, right? That's the saying. Okay, it was me, Vincenzo. So I got a nice little W pattern going on here if it wants to continue back up. Alex, what's going on? All right, any last questions? Got 1 minute until 10 o'clock. I'm not going to necessarily get out here at 10 o'clock if we got some questions rolling in, but if you have any questions, feel free to jump in. If not, I'll be back tomorrow morning, same time, same place. And again, don't forget about the giveaway on Friday. I just have so much fun doing that giveaway. Especially just, I cheer for everybody, so. Nick Bodmer, welcome. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. Methodical, you in here? I'm assuming, did you take the trade this morning? When I get off the stream, I literally click over to Methodical. Well, I'm already on Methodical stream, but I'll turn the volume on, and then I like go do dishes and random stuff. Yeah? Did you get the trade? Did it work? We are live in Discord when you guys are done. Come hang with us later. Yeah, guys, if you want to check out Kelly's Discord is not readily available on her videos. I think you have to email her. I think it kind of keeps it tame. Yes, Kelly. Yeah, I'll talk to you later in the Discord. I got it, but on evals today. Gotcha. Nothing wrong with that. Bigger size, hopefully. All right, last call for questions. 10:01. No questions by 10:01. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go about my day. Get some stuff done. I had a really busy weekend. We had to like cut all the lattice down on the fence. It's like 100 feet of fence. Then I had to put together all the new furniture for my kids' room. I had to finish up the painting part of it. My wife painted most of the room. I just had to go around and kind of touch it up afterwards. A lot going on. Joel, thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming. You'll like it on Friday. Come stick around on Friday. Take that chance at the money and enjoy the giveaway. I love it, man. Spinning that wheel, it's so much fun. It's great. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. Have a good rest of your day. Don't do anything silly. Stay disciplined. Remember, don't take your edge unless it's there. Don't force any trades. Bayo, bayo. See you, man. And have a good rest of your day. Peace.